So we've pretty much reached the point of free agency where I guess all of the star player dust has settled, although the Chris Paul thing is still up in the air. So now I guess it's time to talk about some of the smaller moves throughout the offseason. And I want to talk about this Ricky Rubio thing. So, me and many people said that the Suns needed a veteran point guard. And if you would have told me that they just got Ricky Rubio, and they had to get off of like Josh Jackson's money and whoever else, I would have been like, okay, cool. Doesn't fix the team, but I think it makes sense, right? However, in the process of getting Ricky Rubio, number one, the Suns gave him a decent payday of over $16 million a season and for the next 3 years. Number two, they got off of TJ Warren in order to make this happen. I like TJ Warren a lot, especially with the improvement of his three-point shot. Now, sure, he's not a perfect player. He's had some injury troubles. Defensively, you wish he'd give you a little bit more, and he can sometimes get a little too tunnel visiony on offense. But with all that being said, he was one of the few NBA players that was on this Suns team for the last couple of years, right? And so for him to be gone now and to be replaced basically by Ricky Rubio in a way, I don't really know if that's an improvement. I mean, I love the idea of a pass-first point guard on the Suns team who has Devin Booker, TJ Warren, and DeAndre Ayton to pass to. But now I guess, to be fair, Cameron Johnson does seem to be a very good three-point shooter. But who knows if he's going to be ready to go right out of the jump. Mikal Bridges is cool. Kelly Oubre, he had a moment for this team towards the end of the season. I'm not ready to say that he's anywhere as reliable offensively as TJ Warren. So as a result, I'm not as high on the Rubio thing. Anyway, if we get to Rubio's overall fit. So clearly this is a move to get Devin Booker back to the two-guard spot. That was an interesting conversation this offseason. Is Phoenix going to embrace Booker as the point or what? Well, clearly they would prefer him to be at the two, and I think that's totally fine. But Devin is still going to have the ball a lot of the time, right? Because Rubio, for the things that he does well, defense, passing, general existence, especially for his time in Minnesota, teams are still going to dare him to shoot from everywhere, right? If he's in a pick and roll, they're going to go under. He doesn't beat guys off the dribble like that. And if he doesn't have the ball, then they're definitely going to dare him to take threes. And I mean, to be nice to Ricky, he's not like an abomination as a shooter, but he's definitely not consistently good. So that's going to be another hurdle that Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton have to deal with when they're trying to score, is there's going to be somebody that the defense can just leave open. Now, to be nice to Rubio, I think he can attack closeouts more often than never, but because of his size and lack of athleticism, it's not like he's going to be flying past defenders because he's allowed to get a head of steam starting from the corner or something, But even with all of that said, there is still some things to like about this move. I mean, for one, it's another adult in the room, which Phoenix has been desperate to have. Number two, this might be the first time that they've had a dude who they can actually rely on to dribble that's not Devin Booker, which opens up more off-ball things for Devin. Also, the fact that I think Rubio will be smart enough to realize we should probably give it to DeAndre Ayton now. I mean, I was, of course, pretty vocal about how little DeAndre Ayton was really being used last season. And I think part of that was because the guys who were running the offense, Mikal Bridges and Kelly Oubre and Tyler Johnson at times, those guys just don't really know what they're doing in terms of like shot hierarchy and all that. Whereas Ricky, he's totally cool with just being like, hey guys, we're going to give it to Ayton for the next couple of plays and we'll just let him do his thing. Also, Ricky will know how to actually throw an entry pass, which is nice. And while I still don't love TJ not being here anymore, when you think about the amount of shooting that you can have on the floor for this team, it is possible that Rubio might be the only below average three-point shooter. It should be said, Rubio's actually been pretty legit on his mid-range shots, which, might mean something. But if you think about it, you could go Rubio, Booker, Mikal Bridges, Cameron Johnson, DeAndre Ayton. Ayton can at least hit mid-range. There's belief he can be a three-point shooter. Maybe it's not right now, but he's not a guy that defenses are going to ignore, right? Oubre has shown some signs with his shot. That's a wait and see. Saric is on this team for at least a year, and while I'm a little disappointed in where his career has gone so far, I feel like he should be better than he is, even if his fit always hasn't been the best with teams. He can shoot. So if you're going to have Ricky be the one dude that teams are going to really dare to shoot threes, they're still going to leave some of these guys open, but still, I don't think the shooting around him is bad. So that could be all right. Now, it would be nice if there was another guy who could make a play off the dribble, once again, and TJ not being here, but I can't do much about it. He's not on the team anymore, so I'm attempting to be positive with what Phoenix has. And then defensively, Rubio's good. This team definitely needed defense pretty much anywhere. Getting Aaron Baines is a smart, under-the-radar move, and we would hope that Ayton can keep on keeping on defensively, right? Because when the year started, he was bad. By the time the year ended, maybe still below average, but he definitely got better, so yeah, am I doing cartwheels about this Rubio thing? No, but I guess there is a world in which this could be a pretty big success for Phoenix. Do I think this is a playoff team? No. I don't even know if this is a 37 or 38 win team. But I could at least see a world in which Rubio is a positive for these guys.